The challenges we were facing before signing up with EOS and our implementer Garth Reid was trying to operate a business without a operating system. So we thought of it like you have, the Mac operating system on a MacBook, you have Windows on a Windows computer, and just having a foundation that we could stack on top of that has a track record really made a huge difference for us. If you're a business owner and you're considering doing EOS, first of all, we highly recommend Garth, but I think, as a business owner, the challenge is there's a million things that you have to do, and understanding how to prioritize and why you're prioritizing certain things just gives a level of clarity where you're able to exhale and know that the foundation is set up appropriately and you have each individual system running really, really well so that you can focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. And you know that everyone in the organization knows what they need to be doing, how they're supposed to be doing it, and there's accountability and visibility throughout the whole org.
So before we started specifically with Garth, we were implementing EOS on our own, and even just doing that took our business to another level, but we always felt like we were missing some direction, right? Like we needed somebody to just kind of tell us the minor changes and adjustments we could make to get that much more out of EOS. And Garth for sure came in and just kind of took us to that next level. And now we're able to be extremely efficient and we're very directed. We know exactly what we need to do every week, every month, every quarter for the whole year. Garth has been great. I mean, he's a lot of fun. We have a lot of jokes, but when it's time to get down to business, we get down to business and we can get a lot done. And he's able to work with us and kind of mold the tools and show them how they work specifically in our business. And that's been really great. It just feels like we're on the same wavelength and he knows what we're trying to accomplish.
Working with Garth as our implementer has been better than we could have expected. I think the level of training that he's gotten in the EOS world, whatever that is, and the way that he's able to disseminate that information to us in a very logical, deliberate, intentional way has been a real game changer, especially as we were in the market for either coaching for the leadership team or, we're in real estate. So there's these big real estate platforms that offer coaching, and having something that was both. So it was business and really helping us build a company and help, me individually become a better leader and the other leaders on the team really hone their skills. Garth has been instrumental in getting us there.
The EOS tools, like the accountability chart, the VTO, setting rocks, all the different tools that we've implemented, they have us just all focused, right? We're very driven individuals, but what was happening before is that we would get a little bit distracted, right? We weren't sure which issues to handle and how and when and what the best ways were. But now we're all on the same page. We can run through issues quickly. We know which ones are the most important, and we can make to-dos and hold each other accountable to make sure that we get them done.
What's changed after coming onto EOS with Garth is we really feel like we have a foundation. And when we're in meetings with the leadership team, we have clarity, we have direction, and there's no guesswork about what is the most important thing that we should be doing. And having that clarity is just an incredible time saver, and having the real belief that you're working on the right stuff has made business just a lot easier for us.